Good evening, everyone. This is Michael Obey. Thanks, Tom. The resignation of the Premier of New South. For people who's not living in Australia, they don't understand what this expression would say. New South Wales. New South Wales is one of the largest states in population in Australia. We have usually sometime around 10 million people sometime living in this state. Could be we have tourists also or whatever. For the time being, Sydney is 5 million. It's the economy state of Australia regarding to human concentration in the population. Of course, there's a bit of problem when we say about population. It's still a huge place, and Sydney actually is not a small place. It's something like 120 kilometer in length and 120 kilometer in width. Anybody can do a bit of research on Google and find that New South Wales is a huge place. It's not a small place. Sorry. Before a few days, the Premier, the head of that state, she announced her resignation. And some friends, of course, they contact me and they been wondering why I didn't make any comments, why I didn't make any video about this very important thing. Well, I have my own resources that was telling me that ABC was following up what's happening. And what I mean with what's happening, there was an investigation from ICAC. ICAC is the Independent Commission Against Corruption. Call it ICAC, ICAC, ICAC. And when ICAC been advised about some shinky deal that the Premier was involved in, they interrogate the Premier before some time that happened for more than 1 year or something. And at that time, of course, the Premier, she pretends she's nothing, everything is clear, whatever. But things wasn't that much clear. So far, I can say that there is no real evidence against the Premier herself necessarily in this deal. We may find, of course, something later. ICAC, they don't work. The problem with ICAC, they don't act. They are not active. They are dead body, and you have to wake it up. And it seems to me, Mrs. Bashir, she have some enemies inside her party, and they want to dump her for whatever was the reason. We don't know what could be the reason about this deal. And this deal was done by her boyfriend, or maybe ex-boyfriend. We don't know the truth. It's up to her what she is doing in her personal life. But by all the means, it tells you that people, no matter whatever they pretend, they look innocent, they look something, there could be something silly they have done because they got the wrong advice or they didn't listen to the right advice in most cases, as she didn't listen into it. Well, the whole thing didn't look right for me in the resignation. And I didn't make any comment, as I said, because I knew that ABC channel is following up. Usually, ABC channel is one of the limited mainstream media that they still not like influenced that much by commercialism and consumerism. So it looks like they've been chasing this matter for some time, as I've been advised. So I made up my mind I'll wait till I see at least the 7:30 report, as I noticed that the 7:30 correspondent, he was trying to chase her a few times regarding to a question about this matter, but she kept like looking at him in that aggressive way. I wish I had jumped and bash you up or something here. Her look wasn't clean. She wasn't happy. And it tells exactly that she was hiding something. She was highly stressed when she made her announcement. She resigned. It was very clear that she'd been told you have to resign. She then made up her mind. Things came suddenly by aura from somebody. So this wasn't her decision. Because usually when premier they want to resign for something, they make some kind of primary announcement about something, and then they do the resignation. But her, she was showing full control, full control, full control, telling everybody what to do and everything, and then they resign. But in this case, no. So she got out from politics, and she said, "Well, that to keep everything clear and make the investigation open and stuff and everything." Well, it seems to me the whole thing is about some kind of excuse, because so far, ICAC or any other body didn't show any real interest in stopping her of what she was doing. Usually, when they call you for investigation, ICAC, they will take something like 6 months or something or whatever till they get their assessment about documentation and interrogation with people. And then they will come with a result. But this time it was extended, 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 extended. Then before we come to the reopening of New South Wales, they decided to give this opening to somebody else. So she doesn't have that glorious power. If her party is supporting her and doesn't want her to resign, they will give her this reopening of New South Wales or making some kind of party or whatever and advertising and showing it that they've done the whole job of corona fighting magnificently and everything. But they didn't want to give her that chance. So the order came from top, Gladys, go home. And it was very clear. So, however, regarding to this point, we still have a lot of circumstances is missing. And regarding to the rest of the group, why they are resigning, the deputy and other members of government, are they part of this investigation or not? Actually, why ICAC is not involved in investigating Corona and how the premier she brought the ship with people in it to this situation. And for some time, actually, there was other things that I'm trying to take a look at it on all liberal party behavior. We've seen people like the treasurer of the liberal coming and telling us before some time that they spent $300 billion fighting Corona. Spent what? 300 billion. $300 billion. He said it was spent on Corona. He said $300 billion on Corona. Well, $300 billion is something if we want to send almost everybody who living on this planet to some another planet. We have done with it. We didn't see even one hospital being built up in this country, okay, during this Corona thing. Okay. China, they said they spent it something like 50 billion during this Corona thing. Okay. China, they said they spent it something like 50 billion. So where's the other 250 billion, mate? It went to who? You can't deceive people forever like this. Okay. We can see that from these people who is keep jumping out of the ship that there are something is coming to an end. Now let's be honest with each other. This crisis has been shown everywhere that the police they don't have only the patterns and the bullets and the violence and the mule's behavior. Okay, in most cases. I'm sorry, but this is what they have done. Right? They didn't show any kind of diffusing any situation for any reason. Okay. And if this is about disease, okay, things doesn't look smart. And if things is about to be in control, as much as you put force to things, as much as you look actually weaker, you look hopeless. You don't look much confident. For example, the problem with these people, I'll tell you what is it. When they want, let's say, to do policing of things. Like I seen something about arresting a mufti in Yaguna next door. They said this guy, he took charity money. He spent it on his personal stuff. I don't know if that's true or not. We didn't see anything about that. We heard nothing. This is what we've been told by the media. When I seen how did they came to arrest this guy, because they said he took some money, $100,000. I don't know why he count $100,000. He count or something around, and they said by the way they found $6,000, $500 in his house. Somebody who is stealing charity, you find $6,500 in his house. Come on, I don't know what to say. However, maybe right, maybe no. We don't know yet. Uh, the police, they came up to his place wearing stuff like they are going to fight with Xena the warrior or something, or they are going to some kind of movie of these stupid movies they show us people who is wearing like commander's uniform and stuff and whatever. What the hell is this? When I look at it, they look extremely stupid. As a police, you don't use muscles. You have the fear of the law, the respect of the law. But it seems to me, in this country, we have no real police, actually. We have just silly people, mentally sick people who's wearing this funny thing and hanging around. And when we see them, okay, we think these guys, they are thieves who's going to fabricate penalties and steal our money. This is the way that people they think about the police these days. And I really doubt to find somebody is thinking the police is here. Oh, we feel safe. It's good. The police is here. I wish if I can say that. But I can't say it. I can't lie to myself. And regarding to this problem, by the way, that the police is not related to wealthy area in Sydney, is practicing authority in some other places, or southern west, stuff like this. East, north, there's police state is not there. Well, come on. We see you now. So the police is about, there's the law that's going to be practiced on people who have no money, and there is the law is not going to be practiced on people who have money. Now, what could happen later? Well, actually, what we need. First, I think Liberal Party is time for them to retire from business. You're too old to run a country, not just a state. Go home, guys. And for Labour, maybe could stay, maybe not. I'm not very sure of it. But it seems to me they didn't do that much of a right thing also during this crisis. Other parties also, they look, they're not there. Nobody's doing any real thing. So why we need all of these parties? What's the use of them? I don't know. They are just people who are sitting there giving us lectures about things, and they're getting a lot of money. And they give money passing to their friends in contracts or whatever, and that's it. This is what is the system is about. And actually, by the way, this idea of talking about how we are in a democratic country. Well, as far as I understood, democratic country, when this ICAC investigation stopped, you are telling us that she's resigning because of the investigation. After the investigation is almost closed, to let the investigation go right, for example. How the hell was going wrong all the way, or what? You can't keep deceiving people by using this stuff. It's not going to work. Nobody's stupid forever. In some other episodes, I'm going to talk about what could be done to make the constitution better in Australia and more equal to everybody. And I'm not saying that the political party is the evil, but at the end of it, it's useless. It's serving people who is in the top part of it only. It doesn't serve anything else. We wait for other episodes, and I hope all of you will be well. Have a good night, everyone.